know the
Okay,
way
I'm
we
going to put
felt.
this first, people. I'm going to end
we
this
can't be
video,
doing
okay? So this
We'll work in
thing,
partnership with the
this
private
girl
sector, but where an
who likes to
emergency
use her
exists,
brother's
and it's
cell
very
phone,
important
dead
that we
brother's cell phone,
get to the
and his
bottom line, and
YouTube
quickly
account,
we will
when she's
do
not
what we
using
have to do
fake
and
Freddy
immediately
accounts
exercise all available lawful
or any other
authorities
fake account
to get
that
the
she
job
creates
done.
for herself.
This
Okay,
afternoon,
this
I
girl,
also signed
like,
an
seriously,
executive order
this is on
investing
Truth for Reality's
and very, very
video,
strongly
Justice for
investing the
ShaMay.
Department of
You
Health
can go
and
look
Human
for it.
Services and the
All right,
Department of
this
Homeland
girl
Security
just, I don't know.
with the full
Just watch the video.
authorities of.
Okay, still March 27, 2020. I think Amari is actually coming down with this cold. Anyway, food storage works. He really likes this. We gave him some. He's crying, well, he was crying for some more. So, I'm going to give him some of this. Now, this is plums that I canned in 2015. It says store plums, which means I would have bought them at the store versus having them grow in my yard. So I think I'm going to open up some of these and give him some of this, right? With some beautiful beets. That would be nice. You could combine those two quite well together with a little side dish of meat or egg or something. So maybe that's what I'll do for Amari today. But for now, he was crying on for some more juice, so I'm going to give him some juice. Now, do you see how this works? Okay, people, so Tisha, what do you call it, went to the store for me for what I really wanted. Do you see? I have now 10 of these, people. So I can weather any storm. Because I've got the smaller ones for the small mouth, you know, these jars. I have canning lids for this size, but I needed for wide mouth, just to be sure. Because I wanted to get in and can some beans, right, cooked beans. I wanted to can them cooked, because I've got beans, so maybe I said I'd do that. I can take out a turkey, I can unthaw it, right, whatever. I can can for Amari. The raspberries are going to be coming soon. Okay, so I'm happy now. Did I overspend? Yes, I did. But we don't know what's going on. So just to be on the bright side, we've got him. Got this for Amari. Got that for Amari. Got those to have on hand for Amari. Because it can take all day just to help him poo. So sometimes these are good to have. 2 extra cartons of eggs, you can see. Right? 118, 112. 2 ginger ale for Amari. Basically, because, you know, he's pretty happy right now, but we don't know. Then she was only a limit of 2. You can see. So she got me some liver because I had making kitten food. So I'm going to take that and mix it in with some rice, mash it up, and that's going to be the kitten food. And then, because I already have some in my freezer for Amari, I wanted chicken livers, but they didn't have chicken livers. So anyway, I'll put the bigger pack in with the rice, and I'll freeze this one for Amari and Andre, because they will eat liver. And if I need it, I have it for the kittens to make cat food. And then, of course, the chickens were just way too stupid in terms of the packaging. So basically, a chicken is coming out, you can see here, at almost $11 per chicken. So that's $22 in chicken, because there was no chicken bones for chicken soup, there was no chicken liver, and what they were charging for chicken thighs and chicken, what do you call that? Legs, you know, wasn't economical, so I told her to pick me up too. So I'm still having to cook, people. So I may end up uploading another video by the end of the day, because this is how you do it, okay? I'm good. I'm good, people. I am like so, this is all I really needed. Although, having a little extra chicken, I'm going to make chicken soup. So I'm going to cut these up, and then the bones that I don't want, I'm going to start my chicken soup with that. I have bones somewhere in a deep freeze, but I'm not in the mood to be looking around for them. And this is just easier to do it this way. Plus, I've got the extra meat that I can do whatever I want with it. Hold on a minute. Okay, so all that anyway, and look what I got. You were only allowed one. So I got some. Anyway, all that there, which wasn't very much, people, was $128, and I already overspent just to prepare for a doomsday scenario in terms of this going on for months, right? But outside of that, I can handle it, right? In terms of nobody's going to go hungry in this house. Nope. And they'll have clean clothes, providing that there's water. And that's the most important thing, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm in the process of trying to make a little bit of cat food here. But I'm going to get into this chicken. I put some of the liver in with the old rice that I have in the oven there. I'm just cooking that up. And that's for the cats. And then the other pack of liver, I stuck it in the freezer. And whether I use it for cats or the kids remains to be seen. Now I'm pretty much going to finish my coffee and then get into these chickens, cut them up. And then I'm going to start boiling up the bones. My son is losing his job too. Everybody's getting laid off. So, in light of the weather and how people are feeling, I should probably make a big pot and then maybe freeze a few containers, right? And then my son can have a few bowls here and there when he wants them, if he's under the weather or something. Or same thing with me. So I'm probably going to make a big pot of soup, and then when I go downstairs, put those eggs away, right? Because I'm going to grab at least one bag of carrots. After this is dehydrated, mind you, those candy peels will take a couple of days. The candy peels take actually quite a long time if you want them hard, right? But I'm going to bring up one bag of carrots because I have 5 down there, right? And more than likely, I'll probably shred one bag and dehydrate the one bag, preferably 2, and start a fresh container. But I've got shredded carrots in other containers from back in the day, in the old big wine jugs, right? And carrots dehydrated last forever. But because I've got so many bags down there and I don't want them to go to waste, right? This is where you multitask with your food storage. And just with the fact that they, what is it called? Preserve so well, dehydrated, that would be the route that I'm going to go in. So, I'm going to make chicken soup now. And I'm actually thinking to make yogurt too. And then after I make the yogurt, depending how I make it and how much, I may sterilize my jars, make them really nice and dry, fill them up, and put them into the back of the fridge in Auntie ShaMay's room. Because I've got a couple of extra jugs of milk here, and I've been wanting to make yogurt for a while anyway, so I might end up just making the yogurt, get it off my chest kind of thing, right? And then just so I have some of that too, right? Because as long as you don't, once you put it in the container or whatever and you don't open the lid, it will sit. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so in good times, It's expensive, $65, $70 for the box. Okay? But I'm telling you people, that's the best way to store your food. Now I've been in this box before, but I've already, so some of it's gone, right? But I still got lots. But I've already shown you that you can recycle this stuff. And because it's so expensive, that's what you want to do. Okay? And if you're going to store food in a deep freeze, whether you're going to store it for a few weeks or a couple of years, this is the way you do it. Okay? Now, I'm going to cut up these chickens and I'm going to vacuum seal the majority of it, because basically all I really want is the bones to make soup, which I'm going to make a big pot, and then depending on whether my son is in the mood or not to eat it, it may or may not, some of it, go in the freezer. If my son is craving soup because he wants it, and building up his immune system, he's more than welcome to eat soup. And if it looks like he's not eating that much, then I'll just freeze the rest and I'll eat it throughout the next couple, 2-3 weeks through this cold spell. Now my nose is just starting to run a little bit, and if you notice, I'm in the kitchen. Okay, so for $22, you can see you don't get very much, people. This is why you want to look for things at 30% off and buy in multiples and do this kind of stuff, because otherwise you're paying out of your nose. Not everybody goes around stealing old people's money, you know. Not everybody goes around stealing organs from innocent lives, right? Only some people can afford to eat with luxury, that is. Anyway, there's a chicken breast with one leg in it. Chicken breast with one leg in it. 2 legs and 4 wings. That's at least 3 meals or more, depending on what you do with it. Like, you could make a big pot of rice, chop up that all into a whole bunch of little pieces, and you could feed 20 people. Whatever. And now, that's what I wanted. So I'm now looking for my big pot. Hold on. Okay, so there you go. All that. And I'll put some salt in there. Alright. Get this started. This is where us ladies have to go out and get our big pots, people. It's not the one I was looking for. I don't normally cook with this one. You go into my videos, you won't really see it that often. It's not the one I was looking for, but the other one, oh, what's new? I can't find it. I know where it should be, but I don't want to dig for it right now. So anyway, I am going to make chicken soup now. And then in the oven, you can see, oh my god, there goes the camera. You can't really see. There it is. I'm making cat food with liver and rice. And then I'm going to take some dry cat food. I'm going to take the little bullet and run it through after this cools. And then I'm going to take some cat food that I did find. I'm going to smash it up a little bit, some of it, and then I'm going to mix it in with that. And then I'm going to freeze it. And that's basically going to be kitten food because it's going to be soft, right? And cat food if I need it. Okay, so moving along. I went and got some more jars. I'm going to wash them, let them dry. And I am going to take out the peppers, which are probably done now, and the celery, which are probably done now. And then after the jars are nice and clean and dry, then I'll put them in there and we're good to go with that. I will probably do at least 1 bag of carrots anyway, simply because I have 5 bags. Right, and you know, things like that can only stay in the fridge for so long, so I'm not looking for any food wastage right now, so I might even go as far as do 2 bags of shredded carrots. I might, people, over the next several days. And then that just provides that little extra food security in the house. Now, I have different types of yogurt makers. See, I'm by the stove, right? Notice that? And the burner's on, right? The back burner. And I'm heating up a pot. It's metal on metal with heat, right? It gives off histamines, eh? But whatever. I'm really tired, people. But I'm chugging along. So now I do have different yogurt makers, and I've been wanting to make yogurt for a long time anyway. And I've got like 3 jugs of milk in the house, so this is a good time for me to make 1 jug of milk into yogurt. So I think by the end of the day, that's what I'm going to try and do. And then I was thinking of using this. Honestly, though, I don't know where the directions are. But I think what you do is you just make... I have, like, directions to make the yogurt, right? So I would just use that same recipe, I guess you can say, and put it in here. And then what this one is, it has styrofoam. And then you just leave it out on the counter for a day or whatever, and it's done. And then I would transport them into smaller containers with little lids. However, I've got other yogurt containers to make yogurt with that are glass, right? A little bigger than those, and with a lid. And then I have enough of those, trust me, I have enough of those that I could do a whole jug of milk in terms of making yogurt, and then some, because I have a fair amount of those things. And because they're being made right in the container itself, in terms of the glass with the lid, right? After you're done, you just take them, and I would just take them downstairs. I wouldn't even open them. I'd check one, and if it's set, then I would just take them downstairs, people, put them immediately in the farther part of back of the fridge, and they'll be good for a month or 2, right? In terms of, as long as you don't open it and put air into it, you're not going to get mold growing, okay? When you open it, if there's mold growing, I wouldn't eat it, right? Just, mold has a means of, especially in bread, never eat moldy bread, right? Cheese, milk product, honestly, if you had mold on your cheese, all you have to do is cut off a 1/4 inch, right? Sorry, a 1/4 inch from where the mold is on the cheese. Gone. Feed it to the animals, raccoons or whatever it is, or chuck it out and the birds will get it. You're fine. So I would suspect it would be almost something similar to a yogurt if you were really in dire situation. As long as that mold didn't really start creeping into it, you might have to take off a fair amount. It's like jam. You know, in the old days, they used to make jam with the paraffin wax. And once in a while, you know, bacteria would get in underneath the wax, right? And then people used to just scoop off, you know, 1 inch, half, 3/4 of an inch off the surface of the jam that was molded. And then they would be able to get into the jam and eat the jam. And because the sugar preserves the jam, nobody died, okay? I'm just saying, right? So anyway, I suspect that when I make this yogurt, as long as I don't introduce air into the yogurt itself after it's set in how I'm going to make it, and put it straight into the fridge, it will probably sit there for a good month or 2 without not even a speck of mold on it. And that's assuming that it stays there that long, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some yogurt just to put away in the fridge. so that I have it, right? Oh yeah, the other thing is, obviously, anyone that watches my videos knows that I'm being provoked with Julian's sister, with her bullcrap, going on about Julian running around on video with his undershorts on. What she failed to forget to mention was that he was counting his fucking drug money as he was running around telling the judge that he didn't smoke dope, that he didn't drink, that he was a good guy and worked, because the day ShaMay got murdered, the next day he got hired at the pot dispensary for a legitimate job. He murdered ShaMay on April 11th, and by April 12th he was working at the pot dispensary, so that when we showed up at court, he said, I had a legitimate job. But prior to that, he had no legitimate job, okay? I have his tax returns, people. He had a legitimate job in 2016 or 15 or whatever it was when he first got over here from Alberta. I guess he was trying to impress his mother or something. And he was working because I have his fucking hammer here. But he hit his thumb and then he quit his job and he started selling dope, okay? It took me a while to figure it out, but when I did, I finally got him out of my house, okay? But that dude liked to run around in his fucking Guanch all the time. Anytime I would go downstairs, it didn't bother him whether he was standing there with his fucking shorts on. I'd be like, get your fucking pants on, okay? So, you know, him standing there counting his drug money in his fucking Guanch, well, that was his style. Just like when he went into the bathroom when Sierra was obviously quite sick, with his fucking pants hanging over his ass, with his crack there with shit stains on it, okay? I'm not the one that fucking told him to wear his pants like that, okay? He liked to show off his Guanch. So, you know, but that's a totally different situation than coming along and posting nude pictures of ShaMay looking in the mirror at her body after she ran out of Julian's mother's house, because Julian was pushing on ShaMay when ShaMay went there for those 2 days after these people bum rushed her out of my house, right? Creeping my fucking house at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Stressing me out, so I sent her back downstairs thinking, oh, come to our house and you can switch over the rooms, no problem. And then once she gets over to that house, Julian's mother's house, what does Julian do within 2 days? He starts fucking pushing on her. Look into the fucking picture that you posted, Tomika. If you notice, there's like big ass bruises on ShaMay's thighs. Where did those bruises come from? Because that was after she gave birth. That was right after she gave birth. That's why she was looking at her body. You can't say you didn't see the fucking bruises on her thighs. So as far as I'm concerned, those are the bruises that she got from Julian when she went to your mother's house because you guys were fucking bum rushing her to steal the baby. And Julian started pushing on ShaMay as you're fucking running down the stairs with the baby, telling your mom to phone some fucking taxi or your friend or whoever to come pick you up so you could run off with the baby. As your brother is pushing on ShaMay after she just had a C-section 4 days ago. Or 5 days ago. So that little picture that you got, look at her fucking thigh. That's what your brother did. Okay? I already told you, I don't have a problem, Tamika, since you've got my attention, with nudity. I really don't. You're the one that's hypersexual, not me. You're the one that's got cuckoo problems, not me. I don't go around stealing people's identities and creating fake user accounts or taking them over. Freddie, a.k.a., how many do you have? 6 of them? And then, what, Julian's fucking phone falls into your lap and now you feel so empowered as you use his Bobby Flint with your little flash fucking peep show? Well, the next time you flash that peep show, look at those bruises on my daughter's leg. And I can guarantee you they came from Julian, because that picture with her standing there looking in the mirror happened in my bathroom after she came back from your mother's house. So there you go. And as for Julian and his fucking shorts, you know what? The man was dirty. Dirty fucking guy running around with his fucking dirty fucking Guanch on all the fucking time. Didn't care who was downstairs. He didn't care. He didn't care about Tisha's feelings. Didn't care about my feelings. All he cared about was being a fucking slob. Serious. You had a slob for a brother. He had almost 2 years. Almost 2 years to fucking defend himself in a court of law. And he slithered away like the coward that he was. As he was knocking up other women and fucking other women at the same time. Not only did he knock up somebody and left her fucking hanging, but he fucking moved in like the mooch that he is, I'm sure, with that other fucking woman that's partner up with you to be justice warriors for Julian's reputation, when Julian had almost 2 years to stand up and be a man for himself. And no, I'm not mad. Far from it. I'm being productive, something that you can't fucking do. The only reason you got food in your house is because your mommy faked a fucking car accident and got paid off.